ship from Leyland that we're supposed to meet should be arriving soon. Let's go to the docks. You know that Shincho will be on board, right? So we should be careful not to say anything about the stolen novel.
Yeah, let's not say anything.
Oh, speaking of which, where's the young master?
Master, he's,
Hi, Shincho.
Whoa, Shincho's just sitting
He's
there.
sleeping?
Sound asleep.
Oh. It's the traveler in Paimon. I presume you are guests in Inazuma as well? It seems fate has destined our paths to cross once again.
You have jet lag? Is that what's happening?
Oh, we aren't actually guests. We're actually guides for the Irodori festival.
How are you doing, Shincho?
Please, no need to worry. I was a little too caught up in a novel on the voyage here.
Oh.
When I finally realized what time it was, the first rays of dawn were already peeking over the horizon.
I understand. I understand how you feel.
Huh? That's odd.
Don't tell me your invitation letter is also missing.
There was a piece of paper underneath my bag. Strange.
Oh.
I don't recall seeing it there before.
Oh, let Paimon have a look.
Is it... Yes. 5 Cousins Splendor, Aoi no Okina.
The story you found before?
Oh yeah, in the warehouse down there by the poem hunt competition.
Yuka's face, oh my god.
If you can find one of the stories and give it to this friend of ours, then there's a chance you'll become the model for the next portrait.
Good save.
Wait a moment. So you mean that...
Come on, you're so terrible at making up stories.
Hey, it's hard coming up with stuff on the spot like that.
there's a chance of meeting Kelks in person?
You have never met each other in person?
It is a most rare opportunity for both Kelks and I to be in Inazuma together, but it seemed he would be too busy with the portraits to meet with me. So, I felt quite disappointed for some time now.
No, it's fine. Albedo's doing things last minute.
Kelks is not only a skilled artist, but he also carries out his craft with great alacrity. I heard that it took him merely a few hours to finish the illustrations for the latest chapter.
Couldn't be me. I mean, yeah, I procrastinate, but if you give me something last minute, I'd be pissed at you. Like, excuse me. I don't think we'll meet Kazuha today. Probably like the next part. I just really want to see Kazuha, okay? I miss him.
Forgive me. It's rude of me to introduce myself by my pen name when meeting in person. Please, call me Shincho.
God, they're finally meeting! Yes!
And you may call me Albedo then.
No, that would be most improper.
Why not? Seeing as we're both friends of the Traveler, it'd be more convenient for us to use our real names. Besides, we've already corresponded with each other many times before. In fact, I feel a bit self-conscious seeing you act so politely.
It's not just you, Albedo. We haven't seen Shinjo act this awkward before either.
It's a real eye-opener, that's for sure.
You guys, it's certainly not good taste for you two to be teasing me like
It's okay.
that. Oh, by the way, we happened to find a story from the poem hunt competition at the docks. I heard that you are collecting them.
Albedo, we'll explain in a moment.
Poem?
We'll explain.
Huh? Oh, yes, that's right.
Yeah, just go along with it, Albedo.
If all of you are free, why don't we discuss this over a meal?
I'm fasting right now.
Do you have other plans, Shinjo?
No, not at all. Speaking of dining, Shimura's unagi chasuke is quite delicious.
Bro.
Would you like to go there?
I would love to try chasuke one day. But you know Shimura? You've been here before?
Something didn't quite add up just now.
Come on, Albedo.
Huh? No way! Paimon thinks we had Kendo together. Oh, did we say something we weren't supposed to?
No, Paimon, I'm not referring to us.
Oh?
Traveler, what are your thoughts?
I guess Shincho is acting a little suspicious.
Suiko lost Aoi no Okina's poem in a drunken stupor. So, Aoi no Okina recovered the poem and gave it to some mysterious person. Huh? Wait a minute. Could today's story be hinting that the one who stole the latest copies of A Legend of Sword is Shincho himself?
I was actually thinking that the other day, like maybe because that was what the previous cutscene hinted. Like Venti got drunk and then Xingqiu passed by at the end. So is Xingqiu actually the one who stole the books?
No way! That can't be right! Shinto only arrived in Inazuma this morning!
And that is precisely the point of suspicion. If Xingqiu had only just arrived in Inazuma,
Exactly.
how could he recommend Shimura's Chazuke?
Exactly. I was like, you've been here before? Have you been to Inazuma before?
I think there must be some deeper motive at play here. The story also tells us that Aoi no Okina flees with a poem because of a threat.
Ah, right.
Oh? Could Shinto be in danger?
It's difficult to say at this point. But given that Uyu Restaurant is indoors, it'll be easy for us to detect anyone following or eavesdropping on us.
Ah, true.
I think it should be safe for us to talk there.
Okay.
I've seen Genyu's signature before. His handwriting is super neat. He must be really diligent about his style.
He'll be there in person on the day of the release, so we'll get a good look at him then. I hear that he's actually pretty young.
Wait a minute. Did you just hear that? Not only will Shinto be signing novels at the release, but his handwriting is super neat?
Nah, that's a lie. His handwriting is horrible.
I personally recommend our freshly caught seafood. It's been pouring these past 2 days, so the fishing boats haven't been able to sail at all. But the weather finally cleared up today, so we have some fresh catch.
So the weather at sea has been bad these past few days?
It sure has. A few guests from Liyue were just telling me that their boat was heaving and rolling all the way here. They couldn't do anything but sleep the entire trip.
That was delicious. Inazuman cuisine largely consists of fresh seafood, which is certainly to my liking.
That is a big egg roll.
Maybe we could start by asking him about the journey.
Talk about the scenery on the journey.
To be honest, there wasn't much to see. Just water all around, morning to night. The sheer monotony of the trip caused everyone to grow a little impatient. So, when the peak of Mount Yogo finally appeared in the distance as we approached the islands of Inazuma, everyone crowded the deck to have a look. However, the ship sailed along at a crawling pace. It took a whole day from the time we saw the mountain peak to the time we docked.
Paimon didn't catch anything suspicious so far.
No, there was something really suspicious.
Oh, right! If it took an entire day to reach the docks, then it would have been pouring rain at the time they saw the top of the mountain.
We learned a couple of things from his account, but we still require more evidence. Let's discuss creating novels with Xingqiu.
Xingqiu's probably like, why are they whispering? Talk about Albedo's illustrations?
Speaking of illustrations, Albedo, I've long wished to express my sincerest gratitude for providing the illustrations in my novel. My novel didn't sell well in Liyue, so I must admit that I had some reservations regarding its potential. Yet you've consistently managed to select the most important scene of the chapter for your illustrations. This made me feel as though what I was trying to express could be understood after all.
Wait a damn minute. Didn't Albedo say previously that that after he finished the illustrations, they sent it immediately to Inazuma? Isn't that what they said? Isn't that what he said previously? Sus.
Thank you. However, I took some risks in the illustrations, so I'm feeling slightly uneasy myself.
Risks?
Light novel illustrations are typically centered around the characters, but this time, I adopted a different approach in the illustration for the last chapter.
Well, that scene was intended to depict the change in the world, so I thought it very fitting to draw only scenery.
Doesn't sound like anything suspicious has come up so far.
No, there was a crack in his alibi. My illustrations were sent for
Yes!
printing the moment they arrived in Inazuma. So, logically speaking, there's no way he could possibly know what the illustrations look like.
I was right. It was sent immediately to Inazuma.
Oh? Why the solemn looks all of a sudden?
Xingqiu, what's with the facade?
Huh? I'm afraid I don't follow.
Mr. Okazaki told us earlier that actually the weather at sea was very bad these last few days. So when you said that everyone came running to the deck to see Mount Yogo, that couldn't have happened.
down. Calm down, Paimon.
On top of that, the latest installment of A Legend of Sword will only be revealed at the Irodori Festival. Even we, the creators, haven't received a sample copy. If that's the case, how could you know what my illustrations look like?
Are you in some kind of danger but can't tell us the truth? Don't worry. The Traveler and Albedo are no pushovers. We can help you.
I suppose my lack of sleep is inevitably taking its toll on my mind. I didn't notice for a moment that you were testing me at all. I did in fact come to Inazuma early to handle some things. Let me consider how to explain this. Oh, this is most embarrassing.
Oh!
Oh!
Well,
Venti!
if this isn't a coincidence.
Hi!
I didn't expect to see everyone here.
Hello there.
I just bumped into Kujo Sara a moment ago. She said that the Tenryou Commission has apprehended the criminal who stole all those copies of A Legend of Sword.
Wait,
You
what?
needn't worry about it any longer.
Wait, really?
The criminal who stole A Legend of Sword?
Did I say something I shouldn't have?
Oh no. The person they apprehended. Was it by chance an editor named Onodera?
Wait, Onodera?
Apologies, Kujo Sara didn't mention a name. But I saw her taking someone toward Hanamizaka.
Everyone, it's too late to explain. We must make haste and rescue Onodera.
Bro. It was Onodera?
Please, wait. Onodera is innocent.
Oh, so you must be the author of A Legend of Sword. I didn't expect to see others tagging along with you.
No need to worry, Genyu. I've just explained everything to Madame Kujo, and Kuroda has testified for
Wait,
me.
really?
Yes. In fact, we were just getting ready to leave.
Oh?
Oh, phew. What a relief. Wait a minute. Does everyone else here already know?
Wait, what is happening?
Well, to be precise, we had dispatched 2 additional squads here, in order to prevent the suspect from escaping.
Shinjo looks pretty flustered. What exactly is going on here?
I bet it has something to do with his signature.
Though it's most embarrassing. It appears quite a few people are aware of the situation now. There's no use keeping it a secret.
For the Irodori Festival, I recommended the idea of selling newly released novels signed by the authors. Not only was this the first major project I was in charge of since joining the Yai publishing house, but Lady Yai also gave me a lot of support. However, I did not discuss our plans with the authors in advance. As a result, it caused a great deal of trouble for Genyu. So these past few days, Genyu has been actively practicing his handwriting. However, it takes time to sign each book, and we realized the time we reserved for the signing was not nearly enough. So I came up with the idea of moving the new books from the warehouse to my place. That way, Genyu could use these few days to sign them all. I thought everything would work out without a hitch. I never expected that someone would immediately realize that the books were missing from the warehouse. To make things worse, I was on vacation and staying with Genyu in my house these past few days. I had no idea that the situation had turned into such a huge mess. All of this happened because I wanted to prove myself through this event.
Hey, come on, you two. Loosen up a little. The theft was nothing more than a simple misunderstanding. Besides, everyone has something they do not wish others to see.
Venti? Sorry I was silent through the whole thing, but I feel like I know Onodera's voice actor. Is it just me or does it sound like Bo Bridgeland? The voice of Chongyun. He just sounds like Chongyun but with a deeper voice. Is it just me?
Why didn't you tell everyone earlier? If you had told us, we could have thought of some ways to help you.
That's right. We're a team, and we should be helping each other in tough situations like this.
Let's leave the past behind us now. Our first priority is to help Genyu with his signatures. How is your progress so far?
My progress is not what I had hoped for. Even after working through the night these past few days, I've only finished perhaps 1/10 of the signatures.
I understand. Murata, go back to Yai Publishing House and get Aratani to book a room on the 2nd floor of the Uyu restaurant. We'll be using it for Genyu's emergency calligraphy lessons.
Oh my god, okay.
It seems I'm really in for it now.
Yeah, you got yourself in a situation.
No need to worry, Genyu. I'm sure you can do it. Didn't you finish the last chapter of your novel in just 1 week's time?
Yeah, does that not sound like Chungyun?
Yes, but writing novels and learning calligraphy are two entirely different skills.
I always used to prefer working alone in my workshop, but I've come to realize that solving problems with others also has its merits.
We also owe a special ode of gratitude to the mysterious person who has been leaving important info for us along the way.
Huh? You mean whoever left behind those stories about the 5 Kasen?
Pardon me, but what are you talking about? I see. It appears that Onodera and I were spotted when we were moving the books. Albedo, may I ask you one thing? Are you able to include me in a portrait as well? Not only do I owe the successful resolution of today's incident to that story, but I also hope that I'll remember this lesson.
No problem. Considering the similarities between the portrait and the events that have taken place, your proposal is very reasonable.
You know, Albedo, now that you say that, listen, I've seen the leaks. I know who the next character on the who the next character's portrait is going to be. And now that you say that, I'm concerned.
That figure was none other than Aoi no Okina himself. This turn of events had begun with an unnamed individual, under whose coercion, Aoi no Okina was forced to take drastic measures to retrieve a page of poetry. He knew nothing of this individual's true intentions. All he knew was that the poem had to do with an old acquaintance, Akahito.
Bedo really is something. He finished the portrait of Aoi no Okina in no time at all. Wonder how Shincho's calligraphy training is going at Uyu Restaurant. Hey, do you think whoever left those stories for us could be hiding somewhere nearby?
It's a possibility.
Oh, hello? Mr. Storywriter? Are you here? Could you please help Shincho with something?
As if you yelling out loud is gonna make the person appear out of nowhere. Oh, that was a cat.
What's it do?
That was a cat. Hello, kitty.
It's getting late now. Well, let's go back and get some rest. We still have to go to the docks and wait for another ship tomorrow morning.
Hello? Huh? Who the hell? Who is this? Oh my. Okay. Okay.